ないから愛そうよもう愛そうか一寸の光も知らずに俺は遠いでやがてさ君も遠いでゆくだけさその価格を共に歩めば死ぬことさえも怖くないな生命一瞬なんとなくこの宇宙が散ることも37との愛情じゃ革命の死にはしれないよいいじゃんだってもいいじゃんだ幸せだったらいいだろうおいでる今おいでるその焦りもなくなってる現実は現実だこれは誰目を開いて泣いて輝いて焦げてくそのせいはラッキーでもなくあなただじ恋愛や恋愛やこの子の名はどうしよう誕生がよかった生まれてきてありがとう行くぜよのまた行くなの幸福の形を紡いで幸せになってくれよ俺は今日置いてゆけないが君は今日置いてゆけるならその科学を走ってゆけよ生きることは怖くはないさ
Hello. Hello, Till. Ty Pixinail. Hello, Oz. What's poppin'? Are y'all here for class? It's like there's a session of class today or something like that. How strange. How strange. It's like we have an art class lesson today. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. Let's see. It is 12:01. We have some students missing. Interesting. I suppose we can allow them to come in late. You know, I suppose we can let there be some Aether! Meow meow meow. Oh my gosh, Oz, pin that. Pin it! Pin that message! Aether's here! Hello. Oh, hydrate. Fuck. Okay. Hi, Pure. I have a strawberry shake with me today. Hello, everyone. Guys, we have so much to do today. We have so much to do in so little time. Time is infinite and also nothing, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, today, a couple things. One, we have an art lesson. We have a whole ass art lesson today, okay? Very excited. It's about character design, and it's gonna be part one of a series of character design lessons, I think, because I feel like character design has so many facets and little parts that I can't go over in one short lesson, you know? So think of this as like an overview, right? And then some other things. We have a special announcement today, which I'm very excited to talk about. And we'll be getting to it soon. I'll go wait for some more goats to come in before I even talk about it. Just so y'all know, it's very hype. Some hype is in my body right now. Yeah, very, very special. Y'all have no fucking clue. Y'all have no idea how excited I am to talk about this. And then, oh, I can give y'all just updates in general. I know y'all y'all know some shit has been going on for me. Yeah, I'll say first, Retro, aka Holy, he is fine. He is back home. So no more stress on that. My car went to the shop. My car is okay. What happened with my car when it broke down? For those who don't know, my car broke down while I was driving it. It literally broke while I was driving. Very scary shit. Yeah, it was a few days ago. Actually, it was on Wednesday. I was gonna stream Wednesday too, but like kind of not gonna go up till like 11. But my car is fine now. I got it fixed. What happened is that it was like the air pump, I believe was the word. It was like there's like a tube that goes into the engine that like helps bring air into the engine. There was a crack in it, and the crack basically destroyed shit. So it got fixed. It wasn't as expensive as I anticipated, so I'm good. Do not worry. Yesterday, my nail broke. One of my nails broke. Literally, I was picking up my car from the mechanic, and I bent down to adjust my seat, and my nail snapped. I almost cried immediately. It was horrible. But I have fixed my nail since. Unfortunately, I had to trim the rest of my nails. So now they are shorter than before. They are no longer, they're no longer like an inch long. they're a little shorter of an inch from the cuticle. Very tragic of my nail. Do you think I've stalled enough? Do you think we could just go ahead and make the announcement, or should I wait a bit longer, you know, guys? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? There's so many possibilities, you know, I could just keep on talking and talking. And then there's there's actually two announcements I want to make, but I don't think one of them is quite ready yet, so I feel like I should wait. Is my finger okay? Well, it's slightly lighter and easier to type than before, I suppose. Any big plans for Halloween? That's such a good question. I'll be driving back from a different city. The only plans I have is to get Oz, and you already know Oz. I'm gonna be grabbing you, and then we're gonna be going to Pixels in a whole nother city. To celebrate her birthday, and FNAF, guys, FNAF is literally next week. Like, holy shit, FNAF is coming up, FNAF movie. But yeah, Pixel Oz, stop acting like y'all don't know what's gonna be happening. Y'all already know what's up. Y'all are so silly. Yeah, FNAF at Freddy's, literally. No, the FNAF movie comes out on Pixel's birthday, guys. I need to stall better. Listen, I'm just so excited though. I just want to talk about it, you know. Okay. You know, I think I've stalled enough. Like, we've already been in this stream for 12 minutes. I think it's time. You downloaded every FNAF song for your drive? Yeah, you were born for FNAF. Literally, Nahita's birthday last year, and now this year you get FNAF, Pixel. What the fuck? Stop stealing all of the good birthdays. Stop it. Stop it, Pixel. You gotta stop. Fuck you. You bitch. Yeah, good day. Fucking goddamn it. Okay. I think I've stalled enough, guys. Look, this song is already over. I might as well. I think it's time. I think it's time to make this announcement. Okay, are y'all ready, guys? I hope y'all fucking better be ready. Oh my gosh. I'm so, like, I don't even know how to explain the feeling I have in my bones right now. Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah, to be terrified. Yeah, be terrified. Okay? Announcement time, guys. Okay, get ready for this.
If only I could have Choopy next to me at all times of the day. Huh? What's that? Goats? What are they carrying? Wait, is that... Oh, a Choopy body pillow! Wow!
The body pillow is ready, by the way. The body pillow is ready, guys. It is here. It is time. If someone would like, actually no, I'll just type it in myself. Let's see. There you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Here, I'm putting this message. So with this link, you were able to go get your life-size Choopy Chupacabra. Yeah, hello, you all wonderful people. Happy Saturday. Yeah, that's right. I will be very hydrated, do not worry. But yes, guys. So, with Cuddly Octopus, I have created a Choopy body pillow, and it is available for purchase right now. It is literally there. And I have here, I'll show y'all more of it in a second. But fun fact, really sad fact. You could buy it in two sizes. You could buy it in two sizes, 150 centimeters and 160. And as y'all know, I am a stunning 5 feet tall, very tall, which means that the 150 centimeters is about my height, and the 160 is just a little bit taller than me. So literally, yeah, it's life size, guys. It's a life size Choopy. Life size for your hugging. For your hugging. So why don't I go show y'all a little tour of the pillow, you know? So yes, Sublime. You know what, Samurai? It's fine. I'll play the ad again by the end of stream. Here you go, guys. So here's a little tour of the pillow. Ooh, let me make it bigger. So if y'all look at this, wow, incredible. So, As y'all know, this pillow has been in study development for quite a while. And as y'all can see, I have some pretty things on it. So we got so okay, here's the thing. Okay. So with the pillows, okay, I myself am a Dakimakura owner. Okay, yeah, development, hell yeah, absolutely. I am a Dakimakura owner myself. And what I hate about Dakis is that the background that your character is always on is fucking just a white bedsheet. And that shit annoys me so much. Because I'm just like, if you're gonna take the time to get a very pretty artwork, you know, it's something that people will have physically with them, you might as well make it a banger, you know? So I decided that it would have a beautiful bedspread. I decided that it would be stunning. Stunning, in fact. So I gave myself a little comforter, pillows. You know, a pillow that, you know, as y'all may recognize some of these pillows from my backgrounds, you know. We have a chupacabra pillow. You know, we got me and my sweater, you know. Ooh, y'all get to see my epic leg, guys. Wow. And look, a Biff! Look, y'all are here too on the pillow. Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys see my little feetsies? And yes, my toenails are painted. Yes, because I am a girly who paints my nails, as we know. Very awesome. Very slick. This took so long to draw. Also, if y'all couldn't tell, based on my account, yes, I am the artist. Does it have pockets? You know, I'm not sure. You would have to ask Cuddly Octopus if their merchandise comes with pockets. All I did was illustrate, okay? All I did was illustrate this, okay? Very slay. So then, wait a second, guys. A pillow has two sides. So what's the other side of the pillow? Well, something y'all been desiring. It is the B style. The B style MILF P. We got the bunny suit as the other side. Yes, I know. Yeah, absolutely a whistle. So, here we go. Ooh, ah, wow. Guys, did y'all know I love rendering? Ooh, wow. I don't want to... Yeah, I won't believe how long this took to render. You have no clue. No clue. I have no idea how long this took, okay? But I loved it. I loved every second. Look at the spine. Okay, we'll have to do zoom-ins whenever we get a chance, but the spine took so long. My little thigh. And look at the ooh, my heels. Ah, sheesh. Damn, guys. Life-sized Troopy. You could have me right here next to you. You could bring me with you to McDonald's. You could bring me with you to Waterburgy. You can take me with you to church. I'm not sure. You might want to put a shirt on me though. You might want to put a shirt on this side though. You take me to church with you, you know. You could take me to concerts. You could take me to school maybe, depending on what's happening at school. You know, for pajama day. You know, for PJ day, right, guys? But yeah, so yeah, though, well, yeah, my little chupacabra on my arm, yeah, my little chupacabra, the one on my ass. Yeah, guys, pretty slay. Here, hold on, I just want to talk about. Let me zoom in on it. Okay, so, okay, so some of the things that I enjoyed when I was making this. Okay, one. As y'all may be able to tell, you know, on some parts there's a lot of detail. You know, the latex bodysuit itself, you know, a lot of detail is in this. It's kind of crazy. But the spine, okay, guys, the spine. Don't even talk to me about it. That shit was evil. That was evil to render. Okay, guys, y'all don't even know. Okay, that shit was hard to draw. It is also almost anatomically correct, I should say. That's almost a perfect drawn spine. Okay? Yeah, look how I'm smiling at you. You can hold my hand. Incredible. Anyway. Incredible. I know. In fact, also, actually, since I was showing details off of that one, I showed details off of the normal one. Look at the fucking knit on the sweater. Hold on. Look at my knit sweater. Okay, look at that. Look at this. Look at the fucking knit on this sweater. Tell me that shit isn't scary, okay? Do you know how long it took to draw that? Forever. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, fucking, yeah, knitted as fuck, yeah. Yeah, with Pixel's model, it was just a practice run. It was a practice run for this, to make a knit. To make a knit look good on a fucking thing. Anyway. Yeah, Knit Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, absolutely, that shit was nasty. Anyway, guys. Now that I've wasted our time to wait for our students to come to class, I think it's time to actually start class, right? I think we're ready for class to actually start, right? Like, we have to. We have to do it our lesson at some point. We can't just talk about the body pillow all day. Although I'd like to. Alright, so. Here it is. Conceptualizing characters. Basic character design. This is part 1 of a character design class course. I would like to do more. Character design has so many interesting facets in its just in how it works that I feel like I could make multiple lessons on just the process and the different ideas around creating a character. I decided that this would be a good base, just a simple start to it. You hope the next size Sans? I am sorry to inform you, there is no Sans Undertale in this presentation. I am sorry, you can unsub now, Aether. You can unsub, you can ban me, you can dox me. Actually, don't do that one. Don't dox me for not adding Sans. I'm sorry, occur. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna switch to my other music. I have the Fontaine soundtrack playing in the background. Okay. Y'all could barely hear it though. Here. Okay. So. Promise? Oh my god, just like Sniper Wolf. Alright guys, so. This music is much more dramatic than I remember it being. Okay. So class. Class is in session now. Teacher mode. Activated. Alright, so basics of character design. So like what and why is design? You know? So to answer the first question of what, well, what is design? Design is simply just the process of creating something to invoke certain ideas and represent certain themes, right? That's the process of designing. And why do you design? Well, if you think about it, everything needs to be designed in a way in order for it to be either marketable or for it to be eye-catching, which I mean basically is marketability, right? But with characters and clothing design, there is very specific things that are a part of that, right? So it's much more than just being like, I'm gonna paint something. There's a lot more into it, right? Because it's more of a specific thing that you can do. I mean, people literally have a job and go to school for specifically character design, right? And you can go to school for painting and you can go to school for sewing, but there's even more like specific things, specificities, you know, for just design, right? And don't even get me started. There are so many different types of the design. For example, guys, here are some uses, and this isn't even all of the uses. These are just the uses that I'm like somewhat familiar with and or extensively like researched, okay? So, we have film, okay? In film, y'all, you know, usually, you know, y'all are used to seeing in movies, people wear, like in modern movies, you know, it's like, oh yeah, they're wearing a shirt and pants, right? But in reality, there had to be a costume designer who had to decide what kind of shirt they're wearing, what kind of pants they're wearing, what like that pants and shirt mean, and stuff like that. They had to also figure out the budget. Usually in movies, especially like Hollywood, like crazy movies, they have a crazy budget, which also allows for them to have like insane costumes, which is crazy. There's thought process behind everything, basically. Next, there are theatrical costumes that are used in, live performances. And one of the main things that you need to be able to do in these is to make them like very breathable, so that way the actor can fucking act live, but also make them able to be quick change. So you have to fucking know how to do that, which is fucking crazy, right? So you have to be very proactive in little details of a costume in order to make it so it can even be put on quickly and taken off quickly for a costume change, which, costume changes happen in seconds, so it has to be insane. So you have to have concepts of character design in order to even get to that, right? Next, games. In video games, there's no matter if it's an anime style game to a hyper realism game, the character design in there revolves a lot around the silhouette of a character and their movement, especially because depending on the game, the movement's super important. In this presentation, I have some Genshin examples, and in Genshin Impact, they have huge emphasis on the movement of the back of a character, which is why a lot of the characters always have long hair, hair that's in twin tails, or hair that splits, so that way there's like a nice V shape that like gets to flow nicely, or they have like long tailcoats or a dress. Like, it's because they focus on the movement, because that's what you're gonna see the most, right? Next, in VTubers, VTuber designs, the thing that you see the most is the upper, chest to the head, right? Upper, waist up emphasis. It needs to be something that's eye-catching on the upper half of the body, instead of the lower half, which is, super important. Which is also why VTubers tend to have crazy designs, because they need to be eye-catching, but also minimal enough where it doesn't take up a lot of the screen, right? Next, in animation character designs tend to have to be very simple. They need to have bold shapes and things that are at least easy to replicate in thousands of drawings and in every fucking angle imaginable, right? Which is why it's really hard to animate VTubers, because VTubers have crazy designs, but fucking the animation sucks for VTubers, which is why they're always simplified whenever they get animation. Don't worry, Olive Garden. We'll get back to the announcement later. Do not worry. Alright, so, guys, some examples of all of these. When I think of film and costumes in film that I always think about, that one that has I think impacted me, and honestly I would say has impacted just high femme fatale culture for many years now, is the live action Cinderella dress. This fucking ball gown, girl, this changed so many people. And the costume creator, she fucking knew it. 11 months. Oh my gosh. Olive Garden, thank you. Yes, this gown's crazy. So, okay, here's some fun facts about this gown, okay? So the top layer, which is what you see here, this blue color, so that's silk. Okay, it's a very thin, very expensive silk. 2, the gown itself is around 20 pounds, just on its own. It's a 20-pound dress. Okay. 3, it took thousands of hours to sew it. A large part of it was hand sewn because of the triangle pleats that are placed on the underlayers of the petticoat. 3, there are 8 variations of this dress that had to be worn and made throughout the movie. 8 of them. And although we do not know what the exact budget or the cost was of just the making of this dress, it's under fucking code, we don't know. The dress is estimated, all 8 of them, is estimated to cost around 12,000 USD to create. I don't know if that's just the materials or if that's also including labor, but there are numbers of 12,000 being thrown out in information related to this dress. Big budget, guys. And yeah, there's various versions of the dress to include like her having to be like lifted in the air during parts of the movie. When she's running, the dress has like a different length at the bottom in order to account for when she is running. And various things like that. But yeah, this dress is just a great example of like how film can have a crazy budget and how they use that to create fucking iconic ass objects, you know, like items like this. Like this is amazing, you know. Yeah, 12,000, yeah. Very expensive and very interesting, you know, like honestly just like looking at it, you know, like the designer, like the lead artist, like she had said in an interview that her goal was to make, she wanted the dress to look like it was watercolor. You know, she wanted it to be the fairy tale dress, like a dress that you can imagine yourself wearing, which I mean, it's why like this specific dress had been recreated so many times. Like I remember watching so many videos about how to like recreate the dress and the petticoats and just like how hard it was and how like many fucking Swarovski crystals are on it and shit. Like it is insane. Alright, so that's just a great example, I think, of like films can have crazy budget, and depending on how you use the budget, it can fit perfectly with the themes and like the ideas of the movie, right? You know, another statement to go with that is, you know, this is like a fucking, you know, Baroque era, you know, movie. Like it's supposed to take place in fantasy, like fairy tale land, but also have like it's like grounded in like, I don't want to say Elizabethan, but you know, it's grounded to an extent. But you know, obviously they didn't have fucking like the nylon like shimmer fabric back in the day in order to make this dress. So like they suspended our disbelief in order to create the dress, right? But they did it so well that like everyone's like, nah, I don't care about historical accuracy with this one, you know? Now for a theatrical show, character design, as I said, it really depends on needing it to be quick change. A great example is in the stage play for Wizard of Oz, Dorothy. Now, to us, you know, if we were just looking at this outfit, you know, to us, this costume is a blouse and a dress. And as simple as that, you know, maybe a petticoat underneath, you know. But in reality, in order to make a costume ready for stage play, you have to account for some other things. So for example, as we can see, her collar is larger here. And the reason why it's larger here is to help her move around on stage more, especially since when you're on stage, you have to be much more big with your movements and stuff like that. So it's possible that like they had to make this that way it was less restrictive on her. But also the dress and the blouse underneath and the petticoat are all more than likely one giant piece that has a zipper in the back that she just unzips and zips on a different dress. Like actually, it's probably just one massive object that she just like slides in and out of. And that's in order for her to be able to get in and out of it quickly, you know, within seconds for the stage play, right? You know, and also more than likely, she's probably wearing a wig. This is probably a wig, especially of how nice the hair is, and that in the play itself, she gets a hair change whenever she gets into this, like, the city of Oz, or the Emerald City, wherever the fuck it is. So this is most likely a wig that she then places just another wig on top of, or she changes wigs completely. Yeah, a very nice lace front though. Very nice, very nice. Now, so for games, as I said, silhouettes are really important. A great example is in like PvP games, like in Overwatch. So what they do, and what's really important, is the silhouette of a character. You know, like obviously, you know, we could tell which character is which, just from the silhouette, which is really important. An example, you know, we could tell this is Reinhardt, Tracer, Monkey, and Hanzo, right? But why that's really important, especially in a PvP, is because when you're far away from your enemy, well, we can, but like when you're far away, you need to be able to tell, you know, what your enemy team is. but also just based on their silhouettes, you can tell what class they are, you know? We can tell that fucking Ryan and Winston are both, you know, tanks because of their build. We can tell Tracer is just a standard fighter, and that Hanzo is also just a standard fighter because of how slim they are. But also, we can tell what their whole deal is, you know, based on their silhouettes as well. Like, Tracer, she has such long and thin legs, and she has such a, like, a very petite, you know, form that we could tell that she's probably, like, you know, speed-based. Like, if I were to look at this without having played the game, I could tell she's, like, all about speed. Obviously, Hanzo's holding his bow and arrow here, so you can tell he's some type of archer. And Ryan has his hammer, so you could probably guess that he's some type of, like, he uses smashing to some extent. So I wish I would have gotten a photo that, like, was, like, characters I didn't know, that I wouldn't have been able to say more about it, so, you know how it is, guys. But, you know, basically, video games, silhouettes, really important, especially in PvP games. Next, VTubers, alright? So one thing that I think I'm about to say may, you'll now begin to notice on many VTuber designs, and once I say this out loud, okay? So, VTuber designs always have, like, lots of, usually, there are, there's usually thigh highs, yes, and usually they are very simple, plain thigh highs, you know, and not ragging on them. I also have simple plain thigh highs, right? But with VTuber designs like Iron Mouse's Demon Queen design, right? All of the design is up here. As I said earlier, it's waist up, right? So we have, you know, her very interesting, you know, we have her horns, then she has the bat wings on her head, her, you know, heart cowlick, right? We have this very interesting, like, just silhouette of this. Then what we see most of the time is, like, right here up, right? So we see, like, the belts, and we see the interesting, like, ruffle and, like, the ripped up parts of this lace that we have going on, you know, and she also, you know, Mouse has a very striking, you know, like, hair color and stuff like that, right? So that's where all the importance on this design is placed, right? And that allows the artists, but also just who are the people who designed this, just to, like, kind of let it be whatever it's gonna be down here. Because not many people are gonna see this. This is where all the eye candy is, you know what I mean? Oh, she's live right now? Slay. Slay, Mouse, slay. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, now when you look at designs, you're gonna notice that, like, all the, like, stuff that's most interesting, like, all the things you notice the most of on a VTuber are all waist up. Like, hell, even on my own, like, outfit, right? Like, on me, up here, you know, I have the bow, I have my lanyard, I have the pin cushion, right? I have, my necklace and stuff. All this stuff that's all colorful is all up here. While down here, I just, like, I try to keep it going with my apron, but in reality, it's just pretty simple down here. That's because I'll never fucking see it. You know, walks in classroom, hello, APOC. Yeah, the 3 fake collars, yeah. Yeah, sniff, sniff, sniff. But yeah, so, you know what I mean? Oz, I can't believe you pinned that. But yeah, as you can see what I mean. It's very much, it's giving, you know? It's giving, like, I know what's important in a model. Oh my gosh. Lastly, in animation, right? Simple shapes are super important. My example here is Bluey. Guys, man, I love me a good Bluey. Sniffer. Yeah. But yeah, so in Bluey, all of the characters are basically a rectangle, and then they have variations on top of their models, right? And that just allows the animators to be able to kind of do whatever the hell they need in order to animate the show, including, you know, extending the model to be stretchy for impact shots and stuff like that. But, like, the more simple a design is in animation, the easier and, like, more exciting the animation can be. That's also why, you know, in, like, Sakuga, which is, like, the, like really crazy, like, action and or just animation scenes in, like, anime, where it's, like, you can tell the animators put their whole coochie into it, you know? In those scenes, A lot of the time you'll notice that like the line art or like the character design is like somewhat simplified during those scenes, or like the art is a lot looser in order to get what they need to have done for that scene, right? And that's just how it is. Simplifying equals better art, you know, in the future, right? That's also why a lot of characters have like huge, just like here's one block of color, like Snow White, fucking yellow bell at the bottom of her body, boom, just black block hair, you know, that's just what it is, right? And it just helps the animation overall. So, and next, guys, so how I cook. And this next section, and like the rest of this explanation of character design, is all from the lens of how I personally go through designing characters. Yes, Silent. Guess what? Chicken butt. Yeah, Chef Choopy's in the house, guys. But as y'all know, I have done character design, but I will say it now, okay? As a teacher, I do not do character design professionally. I have not gone to school for it. I have just done self-taught this entire time. Like, I know I've been a teacher for all mediums, but I have not actively been a professional character designer. I've just studied enough to where I'm like, I can teach y'all how I personally design characters. Guess what happened? You aced all your tests and now you've become a mini god. I don't know. But yeah, that's my disclaimer, okay? Because in some places you're gonna find other ways that people. It was your birthday. Oh yeah, happy belated birthday. Yeah, happy belated birthday. Yeah. So, you know, if y'all end up, you know, looking at other character design in the future, yeah, let me cook. You'll find other, you know, ways to design a character. That's just how I personally do this, okay, guys? You have the time, the resources right now? Promise? Then resource away. It's been delayed. Okay. Well, Silent, sit your ass down. We are still in class. Quite frankly. You'll finish the fanfic? Okay, sit in the back. It's in the back of the classroom. You can work on it. I'm gonna be teaching up here, okay? So, now, how I cook. First off, I start off by considering the setting in which my character that I'm creating will be placed in, right? And setting can mean a lot of things, okay? Yeah, part 1 of unknown. So, for example, what kind of world is this character meant to inhabit, you know? Like, what genre are they gonna be in? Where and when in the world are they, right? So, first off, like, what kind of world? Like, are they placed on fucking Jupiter? Is it in just unknown space area? Is it on Earth? Is it a fantasy version of Earth? Is it just a fucking video game world? If it's a video game world, are there video game mechanics that they, like, are aware of? If so, then, like, how will they interact with them, right? You know, like, is it an isekai? Is it, like, just a fucking generic fantasy? Like, there's a lot of different types of worlds that you could place a character in, and all of those things will greatly affect the rest of the character, you know? Yeah, Burger King. Are they placed in Burger King? Yeah, you know, things like that. Like, if they're placed in a Burger King, okay, well, is this a Burger King in, like, question mark, so Burger King, when and where in the world are they? So is this the first ever Burger King? Are they the founder of Burger King? Or are they in a Burger King fucking 1,000 years from now? Are they in a Burger King on the rich side of town? Or are they a Burger King, like, by a high school? Are they in a Burger King that's by, like, the west side? You know what I mean? Yeah, Mr. King Burger. You know, like, so you have all these questions that you can think up of, right? and all of these, you know, asking all these questions. Yeah, the King of Burger, you know. Is this a Burger King and a fantasy? Is this fantasy Burger King where there is indeed the King of Burgers? You know? Like, you have all these questions that you can ask, and if you can answer just literally a few of them, then that'll help you in your character design process, right? Then, next question. So, let's say this is a Burger King, 40 years from now. But the world is a fantasy genre now. We are in a fantasy life, okay? So now that we're in a fantasy world 40 years from now, so clothing's gonna be a bit different, but it's fantasy, so maybe it's gonna be a bit more, you know, boots. More boots than tennis shoes, per se, right? Then, is this if, like, we are in a, let's say this is a video game. Okay, let's say we're in a video game instead of a novel or something, right? So then, are we playing a horror game? Are we just playing like a sim? Are you playing a simulator? Like a Burger King employee in a fantasy world simulator? Are we playing a, you know, open world fantasy game that also just has Burger King in it? You know, like, there's all of these questions, and all of them are very crazy. Yeah, my life is like a video game. I'm trying hard to beat the stage, while I'm still collecting coins, yes. Yeah, a simp? Yeah, so they're an unemployed employee in Wyoming. Absolutely. Like, do you see how there's all of these questions that you can ask on just the setting, let alone the stuff that we're about to get into, right? So knowing any of this information helps you in the future, you know? So, for example, this is Breath of the Wild screenshot, and as we know what Breath of the Wild is, but what if it was Breath of the Wild with a mecha with Gundam in it? That's a different game. That's a different game entirely. What if it took place on a different planet? That's crazy. Never heard of it? Yeah. This is Breath of the Mecha on Mars. I don't feel like I know what this planet is, I'll be real. But, like, you know what I mean? And then, so then other statements of, like, well, when and where in the world are they? You know, that, you know, like, are they, you know, in the fucking past? Are we Stone Aging this? Is this a game that takes place pre-art history? Or is this a game that takes place in the future, right? What's happening here, you know? Isn't that literally Venus? I don't have my glasses on, I can't read. The Astral Boy Pog, yeah. You know, so, like, all of these questions will decide the design that you are trying to create, right? So, next. Yeah, I can't read. I don't have my glasses on, and I can't see either. There we go. So next, guys, right? So, wanna know what would have been really funny? And what I wish. A perfect example of what could have been, right? Is Bluey, but with Yo Watanabe and also Baldur's Gate. Now, this would have been a game that I would love to play, right? But it wouldn't make sense. Imagine, right? Like, this doesn't fit together. Although we wish it would. If Bluey and Yo Watanabe were in the Baldur's Gate world, they would have different outfits. I bet Bluey would be wearing an eye patch just because she can, not because she needs it. That's what I'ma say. This is literally D&D when it's good. Yeah, this is D&D when you get silly goofiness in it. Breath of the Wild, but Dear Femboys. That would be slay. That's a good game right there, Aether. Aether, get on it. You are literally a game dev. If you could play Bluey and Baldur's Gate, I'd be different. I agree. I would also be different if I could play Anime Girls and Bluey and Baldur's Gate. Isn't that the sequel? No, it's not Tears of the Kingdom. They're not deers. The Zonai are not deer people, tragically. Okay. Next thing, guys. Okay, next thing that I deeply consider. They are femme. They are high femme fatale. You are correct. Okay, so next. Concept. Okay? So, now that we've discussed the setting in which this character is going to be placed in, you gotta figure out the concept of the character, right? So, what do I mean by concept? Well, concept, usually relates to what the character is representing, right? So, like, what the fuck is this character's purpose? Do they already have a storyline for this world? You know, like, fucking, is your character, are they, like, if this is a fantasy world, you know, I usually play fantasy games and stuff like that, so I'm doing fantasy examples. But, so, let's see, if they're the enemy, if they're meant to be the big bad at the end of the game, so then what's their storyline? Were they betrayed by their greatest friend? Is this a Puss in Boots? The first Puss in Boots movie scenario where fucking Humpty Dumpty fucking got his ass whooped basically by Puss, and now he's on a betrayal run. Like, you know, you gotta know this type of stuff, because then if you know that type of stuff, then you're able to put those ideas that passed, you could put references to those things onto the character design. And you may say, Choopy, what? How am I supposed to put references to their past on a character design, you know? Or how am I supposed to put references to their purpose onto a character design? Well, you could think, okay, well, what's something that they could represent? If they, for example, represent, I don't know, fucking, well, if it's a character, let's say that they are, fucking stuck in a time loop, then fucking put like a fucking hourglass or a clock, a pocket watch on their design. You know, you could put the fucking phases of the moon to show time passing, but since it's stuck on their outfit, then it's stuck in time, you know? Things like that. Yeah, visual storytelling, that's what I'm saying. If they're a character that, you know, let's say for example, maybe you have a character that is all about hunting, and they're like, I'm a feral little guy, right? Maybe they have a fucking bear or wolf pelt on their outfit somewhere, right? Maybe, like, if they're Scourge from fucking Warrior Cats, maybe he has the fucking claws of his enemies fucking in his collar, because he's like, yeah, these are my trophies from war, you know? And Scourge is fucking crazy. Don't even get me started on Warrior Cats, alright? And then, you know, you could find symbols to, like, put onto them, symbols that create a character design, right? You know, for example, you could also do fucking color theory. Remember when we talked about color theory, guys? 2 weeks ago, my whole color theory thing? Color theory is one of the things that you can use the most when it comes to character design, especially when we talked about how colors can make you feel something. If you use color in a particular way on a particular character, you can invoke the feeling and just their character vibes overall. Okay, color theory is crazy, and you could use color theory for so much that I'm about to get on. Okay, I'm about to go over. All right, so let's say you have a character that is bad luck. You can put a black cat around them. You can give them cat motifs. You can give them black hair and little black cat ears, you know? You could give them just like a little fucking cat claw, right? You gotta head out. I will have fun. Thank you, Oswaldo. Good luck, kitten. Right, black cat, you know, easy clap. That's a symbol right there, boom. You know, your kids, you know, yeah. Literally, you could just, like, invert a color palette to be like, ooh, this cat's supposed to be orange, but I'm inverting it so that way the viewer is uncomfortable with their colors and what they're representing, because that's really, it's weird to see a fucking orange cat inverted, you know? Stuff like that, right? You know, the color wheel, as we already specified, you know, you can really fuck with the color wheel, you know? As we said, red, passion, yellow, happiness, purple tends to lean towards royalty or very like, I'm a little prunish. Blue is like very cool, calm, sometimes very sad, you know? Green, someone who's down to earth. Orange, he likes fire, baby, you know? Yeah, skeleton with the blue glowing eye. Yeah, Sans is colored blue because he's a really chill dude. Boom, there you go, right there. Now, how does that feel? Boom, right? So, you know, you could just fucking go crazy with colors, you know, if you really go through it, right? You could use colors to also hint at certain ideas, okay? And like, I don't have my character up on this presentation, but one of my D&D characters I play, her name is Cecily. I've shown her to y'all a couple of times, but she is a hospice nurse. That's like her whole thing. She's a hospice nurse, and she, you know, deals with people who are about to go, you know, brain dead. You know, hospice nurse, right? And on her character design, the color that is her hair, you know, where her head is specifically the exact like color that is like literally brain color. That's like the color of the brain. Like that's why I want her hair to be that specific shade of pink. It's because it's brain color, baby. And she's personally afraid of brain dead people. She's like, man, being brain dead's the worst. Pink or gray? It's pink. It's pink. And then on her outfit itself, she has like the designs of like the neuro like pathways inside the brain. Like that's like the outfit design, right? And then other things of like on her design, it's I should have put her up on this presentation. Oh my gosh, I'm a fool. But then I have like a flower design motif on her outfit, and the flowers show like the stem of the flowers, and it's supposed to be the brain and the brain stem. That's like what the design like is similar to. It's supposed to represent the brain and the brain stem. The flower and stem. Color theory: yellow is Fluttershy, orange is Applejack, purple is Twilight, white is Rarity, pink is Pinkie Pie, and blue is Rainbow Dash. Exactly, so you get it. You get it, it's perfect. Ah! Yeah. Another great example of color theory and character design is in group dynamics, okay? So, fucking live, whoa. I'm dying, hold on. In Magical Girl shows, characters are always color-coded, okay? And not only do their color codes help associate them as something with a character, but they also help you just associate, like, be like, oh, the green one, okay, I know that's Mew Lettuce. Oh, the blue one, I know that's Mew Mint, you know? You could tell, you know, just based off the color, right? Another great example, and this is also in real life, that, like, you'll see often, and, like, now I'm about to say you're gonna notice it a lot more, in idols, like, with idols and with, like, in idol games, actual, like, live performances with, like, singers and, like, you know, K-pop, J-pop, you know, just, like, school idol-oos. They also are very color-coded, and the reason why is that when you're far away from the stage, you could tell which girl you're partying for. Yeah, just like Winx, literally like Winx Club. Winx Club is literally a magical girl show. Fun fact. But yeah, so color theory is also great for group dynamics because it could tell you who is who. It's also why, you know, like in VTuber spaces, you know, usually in a group, you know, like with corporate VTubers in like their generations, all of them are usually a different color, and you know, all of their merchandise is themed after a certain color. It's also for merchandising purposes, so that way it's like, oh, I'm gonna get the purple one because I know the purple one is, well, here in this example, I know the purple one is Nozomi. I know the purple merchandise is gonna be Nozomi, and I know that the blue merchandise is gonna be Umi from Love Live. Yeah, the body pulling. I'll send it at the end. I'll send it at the end. Hold on. We're almost done. I lied, but we're almost done. I'll do it again in a bit. So, continuing. Now, let's look at. Oh fuck! Thank you, Pixel. So let's look at Hu Tao from Genshin Impact. Okay, because Hu Tao is pretty fucking pog. All right, she has a very poggy. Very poggy design, and despite it being very, like, at first glance you may be like, oh, it's a very simple design. She's wearing a jacket, a hat, and fucking, like, shorts. Okay, she has twin tails. What? Yeah, Hu Tao's just like, but if you look into her design, there's a lot of details that are within it, okay? And I'm not gonna go full in, like, analyzing her design. I'm just gonna point out some stuff that you could be like, oh shit, now I know, you know? But, so, Hu Tao. The back of her coat specifically, okay? The back of her coat. And this goes into what I was talking about earlier with wanting to have things that represent stuff. So as you notice, on her coat, there are two very specific designs here. They're very floral. They're very floral designs here. And you may be able to... yeah, huge Daki, yeah. You may be able to tell, you know, what these are. So, right here on this side, that's a spider lily. Okay, and spider lilies traditionally mean like death and like rebirth. You know, they usually mean the end of things, right? That's what spider lilies mean in certain cultures around the world. And on this side, it kind of looks like a fucking lily, just a standard white lily, and that usually means life and birth and like existence and innocence and stuff like that, right? I have a whole ad. I have a whole little ad for the body pillow, guys. Okay, I'll be showing it again at the end of stream. Okay, do not worry. Okay, don't worry. Thank you, guys. It's a life-size pillow, by the way. It's life-size. The 150 centimeter. I guess technically the 160, depending on how big the gap between my head and the end of the pillow is. It's life-size. So just so y'all know. Anyway. What, wait? What do you mean, wait? The 160 centimeters taller than me, yes. Yes, the 160 centimeter size of the pillow is taller than me. It is my height, yes, it is. The 150 is like, I think a centimeter or two off from my height, and then the 160 is taller than me. So, now y'all know, okay? Yeah, one slightly smaller, one slightly taller, yeah, so there you go, guys. But yeah, so on Hu Tao's design, you know, we just have this, which works perfectly considering she works as as we know, a funeral director in her own thing. I'm doing alright. I'm currently also doing a class, so we'll talk about this in a minute, guys, okay? But anyway, so her design, it is, you know, meant to represent, you know, the in-between of life and death, right? As she brings souls across the border, she is meant to guide them, right? That's also why she has a butterfly motif a lot of the time, because she is guiding souls to the end, right? I think that's also why she has twin tails, because it's meant to represent life and death. That's why it's split apart, you know? A lot of things. Another thing, you know, color palettes and also just, like, having different symbolism on characters can also represent a duality of two characters. So, for example, we have Princess Tutu and Kreihi from the Magical Girl show Princess Tutu, where she is the black swan and she's the white swan, you know? And yeah, symbolism, right? And so it's like their color palettes, you know, obviously black and white, you know, they have very stark differences in ideology, which is why they have, you know, these color palettes, but also meant to represent the type of birds they are and their own dances, you know. Even then, like, if we just look a little bit more just at their designs too, like, so here, as we can see, you know, Princess Tutu herself, her design, she's fluffy, you know, she has the little puffy sleeves on her outfit, she has these little dangly bits at the bottom, her dress looks like it's very soft, you know, her hair is also very floofy, she's very comforting to look at, like, you wanna hug her, you know. She just makes you feel comfortable based on her colors and just like how rounded her design is. While Kreihi over here, she has this deep ass fuck V in her outfit. And then she has these spiky raven feathers under her dress, which are just like very, like, she looks spiky, you know, like I don't want to touch her. She looks dangerous, you know, just based on that alone, right? Great character designs. Great designing there. If you want to make a character look intimidating and you don't want to touch them, make them spiky. Make them spiky, make them scary. If you want to make them cuddly and close to you, make them cute, make them pastel, you know? I like my own design, you know, like MILF myself, you know, I'm not the most spiky, but normal me, you know, when I'm not a mama, more scary, you know, more like hee hee, you know, little ass spikes, you know what I mean? Another great example is it can also show just the relationship between two characters. So, you know, Gumball and Darwin, you know, color theory wise, they are contrasting colors, which, you know, you could use to show, you know, people who are against each other, but it's in this scenario, it's used to show characters that are connected, you know, they are complementary to each other because they are brothers, you know. It can also be used that way, right? Very intriguing. Very intriguing indeed, guys. Very, very interesting. Right. Next. Personality. Alright, so. Pops my back. Personality changes your character design a lot. Alright. Personality just affects your look. Alright. And this kind of goes back to what I was saying about Tutu and Crazy. But just like your personality and the vibes that you want this character to give off, like either when they're talking or when they're just kind of chilling out, that will affect their design. So, some examples are, we have Alice, just classic Alice. So if we just look at her design, she has soft blonde hair. She's wearing a bright blue dress with a beautiful little apron. She's very soft, like her whole design. She's also, her hands are covering part of herself. She's a little like a little closed off based on that, right? She's very pretty, very simple looking, right? She's the girl next door, right? Giving off that trad wife look, right? Now, a twisted version of her, a dark and twisted mind, would be the American McGee's Alice franchise, which has Alice in it, who is, and this is like a more scary, twisted version of the idea of Alice, right? So, just looking at them, they're very contrasted between each other, right? Like, literally, Alice in the American McGee Alice, she has dark hair, she has crazy eyeliner, she has this chunky fucking horseshoe necklace on, her dress is a dark teal, not a bright sky blue, her white apron has blood splatters on it, and she's literally holding a whole ass knife, which is the Vorpal blade, right? She's wearing these crazy boots and very dark dinge, all fucked up, banged up, like tights, While classic Alice, very pristine, looked like she'd even fall down a hole. This Alice looked like she's been through hell, So, simply just having, just adding some certain contrast to a design can change what vibes they give off immediately, Like, this Alice, I don't want to fuck with her, Look at that. She's holding a whole ass knife. A butcher's knife. I'm not gonna pickpocket her. This Alice, though, I'll pickpocket her any day. Just saying, Another example is also just with hair. You can really show a character's personality with their hair. And I find that Love Live tends to do this pretty well. So Honoka Kosaka, she looks very peppy. One, she has bright orange hair. She is excited, she's smiling here. She's like teehee giggle, She has this yellow bow, in her little hair, and she has a little side ponytail going on. Very, very exciting, And as I was saying earlier, how Alice, like, she's, closing in on herself. Honoka here, she's, chest out, pussy to face the world. That's what Watermark does, girl. Yeah, that's what Watermark does to a girl, absolutely. But yeah, so Honoka, she's ready to party. She looks exciting, right? And then Umi here, which is another one of her classmates, her hair is down, it is sleeked back, She has a very calming, stature to her. Her hands are also covering herself, but it's not quite as like self-conscious as like these two Alices are giving off. Umi, she just kind of looks like she's like leisurely, like she's just calm right now, But simply like just like how they do their hair, Umi herself, she's very serious, and you can kind of feel that vibe just based on how like she doesn't style her hair, maybe she doesn't take a lot of concern in like being like, oh, I don't need to zhuzh up at all, I'm just kind of being chilling, While Honoka here, she's like, I style my hair in a fucking bow every day, I gotta set it up. Yeah, Alice Madness during fucking they peak. Alice Madness fucking can bend me over any day, honestly. Some things, Another great example is in literally Sand Planet, the Miku song by Hachi. We have two Mikus in this song that we get to look at. So our first one is just the titular Sand Planet Miku, who everyone freaking creamed over because she's iconic here. But, you know, she's just wearing a casual top, fucking sunglasses, her twin tails are short, and she's not fucking with anybody, you know. She's wearing jeans in this outfit. Then we have our classic Miku over here, who is being chilling, you know. She's very bright, saturated colors, you know. She's messing with her little piano, but she's in the classic Miku idol design, the idealized Miku, while this Miku is more down to earth. Her color palette, once again, colors. Her color palette is much more earth toned, you know. See what I mean? With just also, like, her hair is much shorter. This Miku looks like she's an everyday gal, while this one is, you know, the idealization of Miku with her super long twin tails, right? Well, see what I mean? You can just affect a slight character design just by changing some features. But Miku with shorter twin tails, okay, she's more down to earth. Immediately fucking changes her color palette to be more warm tone. Okay, you can tell she's like much more realistic, you know? Things like that. Things like that, guys. So details. Okay. So details on a character are a mixed bag, okay? And it truly depends on what you're designing a character for. And most of the time, you know, in my time of designing characters, I've designed mainly for VTubers and for D&D and like OC stuff. So I for character design specifically, you know, I've done costuming and stuff, so I've had to always think about the ability to create something in a 3D space for someone to wear, you know. But I've never done it for video games. I've never done it for animation, so I can't really talk on that the most. What I can say is that with details, and going back to what we were talking about originally with the setting, the time and where they are, what this character is being used for, can really impact the details that you place upon their design. Okay? So, like, at this point, in this step of the design, you know, you're gonna look over your design and add or remove some details, you know. Maybe you added too much, maybe there's not enough, you know. Consider if they're fitting into the environment that you're literally putting them in, you know. If we're talking about our Burger King employee, they're not going to be wearing stilettos, sweetie. They're not going to be wearing long acrylics, sweetie. They're not going to be wearing decora. They're going to be wearing the uniform. Now, for a character design, you know, when it comes to things like that where there is a uniform, you're going to really rely on hair for that. You're going to really rely on things that a character can wear over the uniform. Like, that's why in anime, usually there's always a character wearing a cardigan, or if the uniform has a blazer, there's always a character that doesn't wear the blazer, they just have the button up and, like, the bow. You know, there's also a character that usually isn't even wearing the bow, maybe the button up has, like, two buttons, like, open. You know, things like that, you know. Maybe they're wearing their little cardigan, you know, around their waist, you know, things like that. So certain things that help differentiate characters even with a uniform are really, really important in a character design. But, like, the thing that is the most important, especially with, you know, uniform-based designs, is the hair. The hair is the most important, which is why anime characters always have crazy fucking hair. That's why there's always the pink-haired girl, there's always the yellow-haired girl, etc., 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 you know? All these things you gotta think about, right? Now, so maybe have this design. This is from a short series called Artist Witch, by the way. But anyway, so maybe you're this character. And this character, his whole thing is that he's a fashion designer, and he is like, I want to have a cool outfit, I want to be awesome, I want to be noticed, right? And his whole arc is learning about, oh, you know what, maybe I should tone it the fuck down. And so then by the end of, like, his little arc, he's wearing this outfit. He's wearing this outfit so he can learn about how to dress a bit. But you can see, you can just adding and removing shit, and or just giving a character a different outfit based on where they're at in their character story really impacts the things that is going on, you know. clearly he got different drip. Clearly he went through something in order to get this all white outfit. You know, a great example is Kaneki Ken, you know, classic Tokyo Ghoul. Beginning of the manga, he has black hair, and at the end of the manga, you know, after he's been tortured for fucking ever or whatever, he literally he goes so stressed that his hair turns white and he's like void of emotion. That's a perfect way to explain that, like, well, that he literally, like, just his hair color is enough to be like, oh, he's fucked. He's fucked now. He has nothing, you know? Just enough, you know? And I mean, at the end of the manga too, he's just wearing a black fucking t-shirt and white shorts. And he's fucking barefoot and shit, and he has white hair, like that's enough to know that he has a black and white view on life and to just fucking like exist now, you know? He's just being chilling at that point, right? You know, or adding stuff to a design. So for example, this is a little sneak peek, you could say. You know, if you have a object here, right, and it's plain, but let's say that this is something perhaps for a VTuber design. Well, this is what is a little sock, a leg you should probably add some stuff to the leg warmer because that's boring at that point, right? So maybe you're gonna zhuzh up the leg warmer, add some cuts into it, put some patterns on it, make it look orly pop, you know? There's so many things you can do to add just a little bit of spice to a design. Yeah, ooh, interesting. I agree. But yeah, ba-dum-ba. Ba-dum-ba, guys. Yay! Go do character design. Yay! Yeah, that's the end of the lesson. Pretty simple. Yeah, I mean, when I do character design, I think about what. You know what Artist Witch is? Oh my god, I've never met someone who knows what the fuck Artist Witch is. Holy shit, Ghosty. That's awesome. Yeah, I love characters, yeah. But yeah, that's just basically my general... That's my step-by-step personal process. You're in ad hell currently, RIP. That's my personal step-by-step process on how I personally do character design. First, I think of the setting, then I think about, okay, well, what's the character representing? What are they meant to do? Then from there, I go into more personality-based stuff, and then from there I can be like, oh, well, maybe this, you know, design aspect doesn't fit with their personality as much as I wanted it to, so maybe I gotta change something, you know, then you change stuff around, you know, and all this stuff can, like, affect things, you know, like, for example, like, if you have a character who was a rich man and now he's a poor boy, maybe his outfit is like what was once one of his finest coats, but now it's all tattered and it looks like he fucking just stole it off of someone off the street, you know? Or maybe, you know, this character, he's like he still tries to look nice despite like his current circumstances, right? There are so many things that you can do to try to convey a idea of a character. You just gotta think, you know, and sometimes that just comes with like worldly knowledge. Like personally, that's why I use TikTok a lot. I have a folder of concepts. Like it's things where it's like, oh, someone's like, oh, I put like a fucking thing on my shoe, and I'm like, oh, I can use that. Like that's a good idea. Like I'm gonna save that and I'll like build on that idea later, you know. Or like video essays. I like creating characters based off of video essays all the time, you know, like if it's an interesting essay, I'll be like, oh, I wonder how I can like, you know, bring that concept of what this essay is about into the design of someone. Like how could that happen, you know? Things like that. Things are crazy, basically, guys, you know? But yeah, character design's so fun. So, now that also we're done with lesson, I'll be a good mother, and I'll show y'all once again the ad for the special thing that we announced today, guys. Yeah, ad time. Yeah, guys, my first ever ad run.
if only I could have Choopy next to me at all times of the day. Huh? What's that? Goats? What are they carrying? Wait, is that... Oh, a Choopy body pillow! Wow!
Yay! Pixel, I'm sorry. Credit to Pixel, by the way, for voicing that for me, by the way, guys. Forgot to say that earlier. Yeah, the body pillow is officially available. Some of y'all may have already seen the link to it, but if you type it, I'll type it in, if I could type MILF play, if y'all type this in, you get the link. Bada bing, bada boom. Wow. Sorry guys, I'm a little tired today. Here, let me pull up the... Oh god, it's gonna flashbang y'all if I do this. What is this? Oh god, uh-oh, Okay, here, let me, it'll take 5, here. Hold on guys, hold on, okay? I have, let me once again show off the Poggy design, ahem. Oh my god, I'm gonna shit myself. Hello, fucking picture, please. Okay, so the Dakimakura. Let me do another little pan. Another little ooh, ah. Wow. Ooh, so fancy. Ooh, look at that knit sweater. That shit took forever to draw. Wow. Ooh, ah. So this pillow is life-sized to your favorite chupacabra, guys, okay? Life-size pillow. It's only the cover, by the way. You have to buy a pillow separately. That's what it looks like. It is incredibly comfy. I agree. It's very nice. Except it's hell for when you're in Texas, like me. But you know, yeah, actually, literally life-sized pillow, guys. Literally, it's my actual size. It is literally as big as I am, which is fucked up if you ask me. That shit's not fair. That ain't fair to me. But it is what it is. Wow, easy clap. Yeah, wait, shit for thank you. Definitely, I will also say that, I know, that your phone's at 2% pixel! Charge your fucking phone, dude. What? Why isn't your phone charged? So, I will say that, and this is something that I don't know if it's known, like, immediately. Yeah, charge it. Yeah, but how Cuddly Octopus sells their pillows. You've been watching Twitch. Just put your phone on the charger and watch Twitch at the same time, sweetie. What? But they send out batches of their designs in, I think it's like every quarter. So I think if you were to purchase, then I think the next time that they start selling them would be, or they start sending them out would be probably, I don't know if they're in like their fall, or I don't know, it might be in December. You might get it in December. I'd assume it would be December, which would when they would be selling them. I'm not 100% sure, so I guess just keep an eye on that. I'll also tell y'all, you know, like if I get any updates on when things start being sold. But also the music stopped. Hold on. My music is stopped. Excusez-moi? Excusez-moi, where's my music? Where art my music? Eh? I can listen to this one. Goddamn. Yeah, the tights though. Yeah, the tights are crazy on here. Listen guys, I'm personally I very much enjoy rendering tights. I think they're very fun to render, especially because like the contrast and like where like it gets darker and stuff. It's one of my favorite things. Yeah, the booba. Yeah, listen, guys, I'm pretty awesome at rendering skin specifically. I love rendering skin too. So that's pretty great. Look at these heels. Ooh, wow, so fancy. Ooh, they're so femme fatale. Whoa, wow. Yeah, yeah, guys. So yeah, life-size Choopy, right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, kind of crazy. I'm very excited. As y'all know, this was a really long process. Thank you. Yeah, as y'all know, it was a very long process to get to this. You know, we funded it during my anniversary subathon, is that right? So it's been a few months of hard work on the pillow. Looks amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, it's been great. And I'm very happy to be able to, you know, share, I guess, literally our first piece of merchandise. Yeah, that's I think that's all I got. We already did the art lesson. Let's see, is there anything else? Oh yeah, by the way, guys, this it's not ready yet, so I wasn't gonna say it, but I think I might as well. We're gonna be opening up a Patreon soon, by the way. Fun fact. So that'll be really cool, and on it you'll be able to see behind the scenes stuff and a lot of other very cool things, and it'll also include like guaranteed commission slots for Patreon. Yeah, very soon, very soon. It is not up yet. And I'll have it up very soon. It's currently being like processed in like the Patreon stuff. But yeah, so very soon, hopefully by the next stream, I'll be able to send out the link for you to check it out. But it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. But yeah, that's all I got. I'm gonna go and eat food because I haven't eaten today because I've been bad. So yeah, that's all I got. Okay, bye, guys. Bye, 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 bye.